All right, howdy folks, Farmer Devin here. I am trying to tow this wrapped up piece of shit that the wind grabbed up the hill using this little IRET13 60 volt little Chinese trike. It's doing it. It's not really doing a great job, but it's doing it. So I just figured I'd try to capture part of the recording, show you about how it's reforming. As long as it's not getting caught or I'm not in a really soft spot, it's able to move it. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Alright, so as you can see, as soon as I got it over that yucca down there that it was stuck on when we started this video, it actually drug better than I was expecting. And I just realized as I got out that I had the e-brake set, so that's with the e-brake set. Not bad for a cheap Chinese vehicle. I mean, 60 volt systems aren't really the strongest, but it managed, you know, it pulled well enough to get it up here so I didn't have to huff and puff and drag it up here myself. I guess since I'm recording now, I'll talk a little bit about my experience with it so far, and then I might do another video that's a little more detailed. But basically, I bought it last night in Bar None, which is about, I don't know, 10-15 miles away. Total range on these things is roughly 18 miles, so I knew I was kind of pushing it, but I figured I'd try it anyway. And at high speeds and high gear, low gear or whatever, no, high gear, high speeds, it just didn't do that well. I didn't even make it like out of Bar None before it was running out of juice, and then I had to plug it into the inverter on the truck and charge it back up. And then I was charging it 20-30 minutes, and then I'd get another, a couple miles out of it, and then I'd have to do it again. Anyway, it was like 10 o'clock by the time I got home last night. It was a bit of an adventure. Classic case of something that somebody would make fun of an EV for, but again, cheap Chinese EV. This isn't a $60,000 Tesla. This is a I got it for $1,000, but they've been going for anywhere from about $270 on up to $700 on auction sites, unassembled basically. And that's where the guy I bought it from got it from. He assembled it, and seems to be working pretty good today anyway. So I was a little worried that I had killed it last night, since I ran it so many cycles at 20% or below, where I was just about killing it, and it just it was kind of down rate in performance and not doing too well. So I was a little worried that I sunk a bunch of money into it, but I charged it overnight. I'd say about 7 hours or so. The indicator light on the charge controller still did not show charged, and the heads-up display is a little confusing, so I'm not even really certain if it was fully charged. But when I got up this morning, it was showing about 72 volts on the heads-up display and fully charged. So I unplugged it. I figured that was enough, and I was a little worried that I'd overcharged it actually. But out here on the property, which is what I bought it for, I keep it in low speed, low gear, so that it has the torque to pull things like you just saw, and we've got enough terrain and clump grass and stuff that it's, you know, being a trike, it's not the most stable thing, so I don't really trust it going at high speeds. And in that configuration, it's done everything I was really hoping for. I've been using it all day. It's almost 6 o'clock now. I probably started running it, I don't know, maybe noon or 1. I don't really keep track of that, but I did a little chore run with it. I went down to the hoop house. I fed chickens with some feed. Needed a part down there, so then I came back up here to the shed, and then I got the part I needed, went back to the hoop house, got that installed, and then I went down to the pasture. I moved every one of my 5 duck pens. That was the main purpose of purchasing this, is so that Rose can move the duck pens in the summer, and it moved all of those just fine in low gear. I had a little bit of trouble in high gear on one of the rough spots. That's when I put it into low gear, and I've just kind of been keeping it there the rest of the day. After that, I took the oldest kid all the way around the property, a full perimeter run, 10-acre property, so that's, I think, roughly a quarter mile. No problems there. And then after we got done with that, we went around the property, picked up trash with it. So I was in and out of it for a couple hours there. I pulled this other sheet up that is over here, and that was only like, you know, 20-30 feet away, 20-30 yards maybe. You can see it in my last video. I was up close to the house, so I got that pulled up, and then I picked up a bunch of trash. Then I took the oldest and the youngest for a little ride around the property a little bit, up and down the hill a few times. Basically been on it all day. Ran out of time before I ran out of battery at first, and then I parked it in the shop. Went to town to go grab some groceries, and then I came back. I went all the way down to the bottom of the hill where this was wrapped up against the fence, and just towed it up to the top of the hill here, and it is now just finally dropped that 25% battery, and I'll go look at it and see if it is still down at 75%, but essentially it's dropped enough percentage that I'm going to plug it in now. I'm going to try to be good to this thing. I'm going to try to run it until it drops that first bar of battery down to 75%, and then charge it again, because the heads-up display is a little confusing. There's not a lot of information on these, and it's kind of hard for me to tell whether or not it's actually at 75% or 50 or some other number. It was a little weird when I was driving home last night. So anyway, that's essentially what it can do. I mean, it's not bad for what it is, you know. Pretty happy with it. I'm sure I'll have some more videos showing this thing in action over the summer. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned.